Okay, we are back with Kaylee Pear with Paired Up, and we are talking everything Threads today. Threads has been out now for, depending on when you watch this,
Right.
a few weeks, right? It could be months down the line. But I think the interesting thing is how quickly it's growing, how much buzz it's getting. So today is a beginner's guide to Threads and really kind of the things you need to know and why perhaps it's important for you and your business to get on.
Mm.
So, Kaylee, go ahead and quickly introduce yourself and then we'll jump in.
Yeah, I'm Kaylee Pear. I'm the owner and CEO of Paired Up Social Media. It's a social media marketing agency, and we help businesses all over the country with their organic or paid social media strategy. And we also coach as well and do training for a social media within your company. So it's something we really specialize in. And Kara, one of the big things with this is there's new platforms left and right that come out of the woodwork, right? There's tons out there. There's Be Real, there was Clubhouse, there was all these different ones, and they kind of fizzle out. So you're like, okay, well, what do I really put my, effort behind? Well, in regards to Threads itself, the reason that I've even approached some of my clients that I work with to get on it now is because people are really trying it out and seeing if it works for them. A lot of the people who loved Twitter for many, 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 many years now coming over to Threads, really hoping that it's the way Twitter was before it really kind of imploded. I feel like I'm one of those people. I mean, I bought stock in Twitter many, many, many years ago. I love it. It's a breaking news platform. It is a lot of information. I know my husband loved all the sports information he would get out there. And I put on my Threads account, why are you here? And they said, because we're trying to, one guy said, I really want to find the old Twitter in regards to the sports Twitter. I'm hoping that Threads becomes that sports Twitter for me, and really getting the insight. Maybe something's leaked ahead of time on one of your favorite players, or there's talk about something within the community. That's really what was so great. It was more of a forum instead of being just overrun with if it's fake or if it's real or if it's politics or if it's blah. I think people were kind of sick of that. And so Threads, is it replacing Twitter? No, I do not think so. But it is a platform that if you are a business, people are going there in droves right now to figure out if this is their place or not. And that is an opportunity for you to capture new business. But I think, Kara, the biggest thing that I can say to a business is please do not become an over marketer. Okay. This is not a space. You're not going to maximize what you can do with Threads if you are just selly, 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 selly. I say that to all of my clients all the time anyway, on any platform. But this one, especially, since the reason they're running to this platform is to kind of get away from the ads that pop up and things that pop up that they didn't really necessarily want. So you have to be strategic in how you set up your strategy for Threads.
Do you feel like at some point this is going to turn into what a lot of other platforms have turned into? And by that, I mean Facebook, where it's just ad after ad that may or may not be geared to you. Don't get me wrong. I found some pretty amazing products on Instagram and Facebook that I love. But I know what you're saying when it comes to Twitter. I love Twitter. I still use Twitter, but it's so political. And I remember someone saying, I feel like I get, chewed up and spit out if I post anything that doesn't have to do with rainbows and puppy dogs.
Yep. And
And
I think that's why, you're absolutely right. Like, you can't post. I mean, I remember having full on conversations. It was kind of like a mix between a Facebook and a Reddit. You know what I mean? Twitter,
Mhm.
where you could have these conversations with like-minded people where you enjoyed something, or maybe you wanted to talk about the different sides of things without getting just like ridiculed. And maybe you even learned something and you found something new. Well, that's not, Twitter's no longer that place. It's very violent, I would say.
That's
I,
such a good point.
it is. And I'll be honest with you. I don't, I'm not on there at all anymore, even as a social media marketer. And I do hope that Threads stays as, what's the word I'm looking for? What's a child? What's the word I'm looking for? They're very
Innocent, fresh.
innocent, fresh, they don't get, really just ruined, but it will eventually. I mean, just like any other platform. I mean, it's only a matter of time before this one is also, overrun with those ads that pop up. There are no ads currently on Threads, but there is, a strategy in place within Meta that they are developing some sort of strategy for that. I mean, they have to. I mean, it's social media. So eventually you will have some ads popping up. But right now, why don't you get in there while it's very clean and you can do what you want with it.
Okay, so how does it work? I understand, seemingly based on a lawsuit that was filed by Elon Musk against Meta, that it's pretty much verbatim. I mean, it's very similar.
Yeah, there's a few differences, but Threads is basically the same as Twitter. It doesn't have the hashtag strategy, and a lot of people I've saw several. I guess we're going to call it threading or threads.
Yeah.
Where they're wanting those hashtags because that's where you could click, hashtag TXWX and find weather updates for Texas. You know what I mean? So it really was a nice tool to have with hashtags, and Threads doesn't allow you to have hashtags yet. I guarantee you that changes soon, but that's good for the user. It's also good for a business that wants to market. Those hashtags coming, just like Twitter had, is going to be important, I think, as we move forward. But it is essentially the same thing, and you can kind of hop on that right now. But again, remember, this isn't a time to sell something. This is a time to get to know your audience, listening, asking questions. Okay. Sometimes you might not care what the answer is, but get people talking about what you sell or what services you provide. Find topics about that and share links. Be a source of expert. Use that to kind of be a source for something, not necessarily pushing your product or your services on somebody.
Okay, and so what do you suggest as far as some of those questions? What do you think that people should ask? Is it just really kind of geared towards your business?
Yeah.
Okay.
Geared towards your business, and you can throw out random ones. Like I was talking, because I'm obsessed with tennis now, and it has nothing to do with social media. But I'm like, hey, anybody else in their 30s become obsessed with tennis? Again, it's creating a community of finding like-minded people. So even if as a business owner, if it's something that you like and it interests you, you might connect with some people, and then they might wonder, oh, what do you do? And then, oh, okay, look, I like this person because they like what I like. I want to buy from them. So it's all about talking about that strategy. There's one thing I want to point out, though. I did have a client that came to me and said that someone told her that if you get rid of your Threads account, if you try it out and you don't like it and you get rid of it, you lose your Instagram account. That is false. So if anybody tells you that that is not true, you can get rid of your Threads account at any time and it will not impact your Instagram.
I did hear that as well. So it's good to be a myth buster right then.
yeah. So it's always good to try. You may not stay there. And I will say, as a business owner, don't put a whole bunch of effort into it. Just keep, I would go in there and I would throw, like I've done, I think I've done a post a week. Okay, it doesn't have to be a huge strategy right now, but being in there and engaging with people and trying to find potentially new like-minded people who could turn into customers, that's really the point here.
Is it okay to share, let's say you're posting twice a week. Is it okay to post maybe once a week or once every other week to share a link to something that has to do with your business? Or are you kind of saying right now, leave the business for later?
I'm saying leave the business for later.
Okay. No, that's really,
I think that there's a time that then you can throw in the links and you can throw in the articles and if somebody asks a question, different. If somebody asks for that information, you give it right then and there. If no one is asking, then leave it alone for right now. This is an opportunity to engage with people and leave the business out of it, because as you know, any business owner knows, they don't buy because of your product. They buy because of the person most of the time.
And how do you sign up for it?
So what you can do is you can download the Threads app and then you sign in and it connects to your Instagram. So basically it will just say, hey, do you want to sign in with your Instagram? You sign in, and then it actually allows you to very quickly follow the same people that you follow on your Instagram. And also those people can follow you as well when they sign up for Threads. So that is, I actually really like that, because then you're automatically getting a following without having to really work extremely hard to get it. So, and then if you're looking at it as a user, you're following people already that you already want to follow. So then those people are already in your feed. You don't have to go through and find them all. They've made it very easy for you to kind of follow those same people.
All right, there you go. Now you know. There's your beginner's guide to Threads and why you should probably get on it right now as a business. Kaylee, where can folks find you if they need help with their social media?
Yeah, we have our website, pairedupsocial.com. Please head over there. It has all the information on what we do for clients, whether it's running social media. We have packages up there. Most of our clients do custom packages, which we set up privately, but you can see some of our standard packages. You can also get more information on our training services that we do. We go to businesses and we train your employees to handle social media, and we give a content calendar of about 2 months to get you started. That is just, I mean, there's no amount of money that you can put on that. That is huge to be able to do your own social media and keep ahead and kind of know where to come up with some of those ideas.
All right, everyone, keep threading.